The House in the Pines, A Deadly Summer and Buried Secrets. The digital snow of the YouTube video shimmered on my laptop screen, a ghostly replay of a tragedy I knew all too well. There she was, another young woman, collapsing in a diner, her life extinguished in an instant. And across the table, Frank, just like with Aubrey. Just like 7 years ago, in the humid cicada-buzzing heart of a Berkshires summer. The air in my Boston apartment suddenly felt thin. The carefully constructed life I'd built around Ben, the loving boyfriend, and the grueling recovery meetings, all of it threatened by a ghost from the past. I knew with a cold certainty that settled deep in my bones, I had to go back. Back to the stifling heat of Hawthorne, Massachusetts, back to the house in the pines. My mother's house, now filled with the scent of dust and unspoken memories. Back to face the monster lurking in the shadows of my own fractured recollections. The drive was a blur, a landscape of green and gold morphing into a landscape of dread. As I pulled up to the familiar porch swing, I felt the familiar pull of the past, a magnetic force drawing me back into the vortex of that summer. Aubrey's ghost hung heavy in the air, a constant companion in this place where we'd spent our days, driven by youthful recklessness and a desperate need for excitement, and the dark magnetism of Frank. He'd appeared that summer like a mirage, a charismatic stranger who promised escape from the mundane. He'd captivated us, spun stories of faraway lands and hidden truths. I remember the long, languid afternoons spent at the quarry, the scent of pine needles and sunscreen thick in the air, Frank's voice a low murmur weaving spells around us. Aubrey, always bolder, always quicker to dive in, had embraced him wholeheartedly. And me? I'd been caught in the crossfire, a silent observer of a slow-burning jealousy that festered beneath the surface of our friendship. Now, walking through the rooms of my childhood home, the past pressed in on me. My mother, a woman weathered by life's storms, watched me with a worried gaze. She knew something had broken in me that summer, something that even years of quiet routine couldn't mend. I spent my days sifting through old photographs, yearbooks filled with forgotten faces, anything to jog my memory, to fill in the blanks, the missing pieces that Frank had expertly erased. And then there were my father's books. He had died when I was young. A quiet, intellectual man who had escaped the turmoil of Guatemala for the quiet of New England. Now, I revisited his well-worn volumes, his faded annotations taking on new significance. Hidden messages, patterns I had never noticed before, seemed to leap out at me, whispers from beyond the grave, clues to a puzzle that had haunted me for years. Could my father, a man who seemed so distant, so absorbed in his own world, hold the key to unlocking the secrets of that summer? The air grows colder as I remember the cabin. Frank's sanctuary nestled deep within the woods. It looms in my nightmares, and I feel it drawing me closer. That's where everything began to unravel, where the lines between reality and fantasy blurred, where Aubrey's life ended. As the pieces of the puzzle start to fit together, I realize that the past is not just something to be remembered, but something to be confronted. And the confrontation is coming, like a storm brewing on the horizon, promising to wash away the lies and reveal the terrifying truth that has been hidden in the house in the pines. The clock is ticking. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more book summaries and insights. Feel free to check out another video or dive into the full playlist you see now for more great book summaries. Click now and keep exploring.